Welcome back dear students. In today's video, I am going to discuss strings in Python. Before we start, let us see the outcomes of this video. By the end of this video, you will be able to explain strings in Python. You will be able to write programs using in operator. You will be able to explain string comparison in Python. And you will be able to use strings and write programs on string manipulations. Let's start with a discussion of strings. What is a string? A string is a sequence of characters. We can access the characters one at a time using the bracket operator. Say like this, one can access a single character in a string. A string is a sequence of character, and to access a one character in a string, we are going to use a bracket operator. If you see dear students, here there is a one variable called fruit which has been assigned a string banana, and to access one letter from this particular string, what we do normally, letter is equal to, we are going to use this bracket operator, fruit of, for example, inside the bracket it's been written 1. The second statement selects character number 1 from fruit and assigns it to the letter. Means it is going to select a character from this string and assigns this to a letter. The expression in brackets is called index. Whatever the expression is there in this bracket, it is called as index. As the name, the index indicates which character in the sequence we want. Okay, so dear students, if you see fruit of 1, if you think of fruit of 1 as a B, that will not be the case. Here the fruit of 1, if you are thinking B, you don't get it, instead you will get A. Because for most people, the first letter means it is B. But if you have studied some other programming language like C and C++, you know that for computers, the index is an offset from the beginning of the string, and the offset of the first letter is 0. Means whatever we are going to write a index inside these brackets, it will start with 0. The index of first letter will always be 0. Then 1, then 2. Because of that, the index of B is 0 and index of A is 1. And when we print a fruit of 1, we get A instead of B. To get a first letter from the string, we are supposed to use a index 0. Like letter is equal to fruit of 0. So where when we print a letter, we will get B. So B is the 0th letter of banana. A is the first letter, and N, in case of banana, the string banana, this N is a second letter, and so on. As an index, we can use an expression that contains variable and operators. Dear students, inside it's not that we should only use numbers, so we can use even variables and operators. Like here, if you see I is equal to 1, fruit of I, when we print, we are going to get A. Because in case of this example, fruit is banana, and second letter in banana is A. And even we can use a expression within a bracket operator. If we write a fruit of I plus 1, I as it is 1, 1 plus 1 will be 2, and fruit of 2 is N. So with this, before we proceed further, I'll show you this in a Python interpreter, and later we'll continue this one. Let me start Python interpreter using command python 3. Here, let me take a variable fruit is equal to, I'll take a string banana. And now, if I just print fruit, it is banana. If I print fruit of, for example, 0, it is B. And fruit of 1, it will be A. And we can even assign that to some variable called letter is equal to fruit of 1. And when I print a letter, I'll get A. One more important, dear students, here, instead of using just a number, we can use even expression. Because of that, I'll take one variable I and assign it to 1. And within this, if I write fruit of I, as it is 1, I is 1, we'll get letter is A. And if I write fruit of 1 plus I plus 1, it will be letter N, because fruit is banana. Okay, so here fruit of 1 is A, whereas fruit of 2 is N. This is fruit of 2. With this, we'll proceed further to string slicing. String slice means a segment of a string is called a slice. Okay, a segment of a string is called a string slice. Selecting a slice is similar to selecting a character. Means, dear students, instead of selecting a one character or selecting a whole string, I want to select a part of a string. That we call it as a string slice. And how can we select? So we can select a string slice in the similar way of selecting a character. Let us consider a string S is equal to VTU Belagavi. When we consider S as VTU Belagavi, which is a string, and if we print from, say, print S of 0 to 3. So here within a bracket, what I have written, it is 0 is to 3. It will going to print VTU. And if I start from, say, print S of 4 is to 12, it will going to print Belagavi. How does it will work? Dear students, the operator returns the part of a string from nth character to the mth character. So the operator, here I have not written, the operator, say, what is this? Colon. The operator colon returns part of string from nth character to mth character, including the first but excluding the last. Try to understand, dear students. It is something like print S of n to m. N is to m. Nothing but n colon m. In such case, it will going to print a string slice starting from nth character up to mth character, but excluding the mth. Means, if you see here, say 0 to 3, it will start from 0 and it will print up to 3, but it doesn't print third index character. That's what. The operator colon returns a part of a string from nth character to mth character, including the first but excluding the last. Here first, this is 0, 1, 2 and 3 is space. It will include 0, means V will be printed. It will exclude space. Because of that, we have got only VTU here. Okay, dear students, if you count here, say VTU Belagavi, so with space 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there are totally 11 characters including given space. Because of that, to print Belagavi, we started with the 4. Okay, say this B, whose index is 4, but I index is 11. Whereas if I give 11 here, so it will going to exclude this particular character. Because of that, the second index here is 12. Okay, 4 is to 12, which will going to print Belagavi. I'll show you this, dear students. If you consider S is equal to VTU space Belagavi, if I want to print, let us consider, I want to print S of 0 is to 3, it will going to print VTU, and if I print S of 4 is to 12, it will going to print Belagavi. And so this is as per the index, its I index is 11, and if I use instead of say 12, 11, it will not print I, because if you see within this string slice operator, that is colon, this is n, this is m. It will include, when we print a string slice, it will include nth character but exclude mth character. Hope this is clear to all of you, dear students. If we omit the first index, which will be there before colon, the slice starts at the beginning of the string. Try to understand, dear students. Instead of writing some number in this particular slice operator, if we omit the first index, the slice starts at the beginning of the string. In a similar way, if we omit the second index, the slice goes to the end of the string. Like say, dear students, there is a string some string is there, like say I'll consider some string s1 is equal to, say, just blindly I'll type something, and I don't know how many number of characters are there, but I want to print starting from the letter whose index is 5 up to last. Then you need not have to include, I don't know how many number of characters are there, you need not have to include the index m, means the second index in this slice operator you need not have to include, just enter, you will get this. See, if you see here, this is 0 1 2 3 4 5. A is a letter whose index is 5. It started with this and it has printed up to the last. Dear students, say you can omit either first or last, means second index in a slice operator. If you omit the first index, it will start from the beginning. If you omit the second index, it will goes up to the end. Hope this is clear to all of you, dear students. Yes, if you take one more example here, fruit is equal to banana. Say the first index has not been given, it will start with 0 and up to 3 minus 1 means it will print done. And if you write a fruit 3 is 2, then if you have not given a second index here, it will going to print say ANA, nothing but Anna. And if the first index is greater than or equal to the second, the result is an empty string represented by 2 quotation mark. Dear students, we know that, say here, as per the string slice, it will start with first index and goes up to the last index, but excluding the last character, it will going to print. Means the 11th, the character whose index is 11, it will not print that. In that case, one thing is sure, say whatever the index will be written here, means second index should be greater than the first. If both are equal, or say first index is less than the second index, then we will get a empty string. It is like something like this. In case of yes, if we print yes, it is VTU Belagavi. Okay, so I want to print from, say for example, 4 to 4. You can see, dear students, it has just printed a single quote. Within that, nothing will be there. So this we call it as an empty string. This is an empty string. Even a case where the first index is greater than the second, then also you will get the empty string. Remember, dear students, in case of string slice, the first index should be smaller than the second index. Otherwise, we are going to get empty string. And empty string is represented by 2 quotation marks. An empty string contains no characters and has a length 0. But other than that, it is the same as any other string. Dear students, remember, empty string is also a string, but only thing is its length will be 0. Okay, so like here, say if I take s is equal to, say some for example some s2, and if I print s2 is a empty string. And if I say for example there is a len, if I use that on a s2, you can see it is 0. And you know, dear students, len is going to give a number of characters inside a string. So if I use this on a s, you can see 12. There are totally 12 characters in this. Okay, so means the empty string is also a string, but only thing is its length is 0, and other than that, it can be used like any other string. With this, we are going to discuss one more important feature of a strings in Python, dear students, which is strings in Python are immutable. What is the meaning of immutable? Immutable means unchangeable. It cannot be changed. Let's see what is this. Dear students, if we use the operator, on the left side of an assignment with the intention of changing the character in a string. For example, say if you see, dear students, here greeting is equal to hello world is one example, is say one statement. And if I try to change something in greeting, I want to change something in greeting. Okay, so in that case, say for example, greeting of 0 means whatever this hello world is there. Greeting is a variable where it contains a string hello world, and I want to change h by j. Okay, so obviously we expect that greeting of 0 which will going to point to H is equal to J, means H should be replaced with J. If we expect that, but we get a type error stating that str means a string object. Str object doesn't support item assignment. Nothing but, dear students, a string, inside a string we cannot assign any other letter. The object in this case is a string. The object, it refers to string, and item, it refers to character. Means this particular item we didn't assign to object. Nothing but this character cannot be assigned to a string. For now, an object is the same thing as value. Let us consider, say, the object meaning is something different, dear students, but as for now you consider object is nothing but its value. But we are going to discuss more about object, say in case of module 3. There we'll discuss much more about the objects. Okay, and here the reason for error is that strings are immutable. What you got the error, type error, say it is because strings are immutable, which means we cannot change an existing string. We cannot alter the existing string. Okay, so if you want, I'll show you this. Like S here is Vitio Belgavi. If I try to change S of 0 instead of V to B, we'll get type error. Okay, say object doesn't support item assignment. Item in the sense character, object here in the sense string, which is nothing but S, and that whose value is Vitio Belgavi. The best we can do is create a new string that is a variation on the original. So dear students, if at all you ask, if we cannot change a string, then how can we get a new string from the original string? Like say, instead of Vitio Belgavi, I want to get it Vitio Belgavi. How do I get it? Then you can take a new string. Like say, I'll take a new string S1, and say here I'll show you that, say like in this case greeting is equal to we wanted to change H by J. Greeting is equal to hello world. What we can do is we can take a new string, new underscore greeting is equal to J plus greeting. I don't want H, because of that I'll start with 1 to last. And when you print new string, you will get, instead of hello world, you will get jello world. Okay, so the same thing here, what we can do, S1 is equal to, instead of V, if at all we want a B, plus of S starting with first character, means the 0th, the character whose index is 0, we'll omit it and will go up to the last character. And if I print S1, instead of Vitio Belgavi, it is Vitio Belgavi. Hope this is clear to dear students. This example concatenates a new first letter onto a slice of a greeting. Here if you see this, it has no effect on original string. Means original string, if you see here S, it will be as it is. Now dear students, we'll see how to count a characters. Okay, using a looping and counting. Here the following program counts the number of times a letter A appears in a string. This is a normal case when, say, we want to, say for example, count how many times a particular string or a letter occurs in a particular page or a para, or say for example in this particular case in a string, how many times A appears in a string banana. For that purpose, if you see this particular program, dear students, there is a string variable which is word is equal to banana, and we have taken one more variable, count is equal to 0, and here we have used a for loop for letter in word, and I have told dear students how to read this. For an item in this set, it is something like this. It's one item and this word is a set. Letter is an item whereas word is a set. For an item in set. Okay, something like that. If that letter, which is nothing but if that item is equal to this, in this particular case, if letter is equal to A, then increment the count. Otherwise, just go to the next item, which is nothing but next letter, and check that letter whether it's equal to A. If it is equal to A, increase the count. this particular loop will continue till all the items in this particular set are over. By the end of this particular loop, once this particular loop will going to end, if we print the count will going to give the number of A's in particular in this particular string, which is banana. So for you, I'll execute this, dear student, and show you. So let me open a simple file called string count, or say for example letter count. The file name is letter count. Say here, I'm going to write the script. So let us take that word is equal to banana, and dear students, one more variable count is equal to 0, and here I am going to use for letter in word, and here if letter is equal to, here double equal, if it is equal to A, then count is equal to count plus 1. So as I have told, there is no increment operator, means plus plus operator is not there in Python. So if at all we want to increment any variable by 1, we are supposed to use this method, count is equal to count plus 1. And later here we can print count. Let me save this and show you the execution. You can see, dear students, in case of banana there are 3 A's, 1, 2, 3, right? So this program demonstrates another pattern of computation called a counter. The variable count is initialized to 0 and then incremented each time an A is found. When the loop exists, count contains the result, which is nothing but a total number of A's. Hope this is clear to you, dear students. With this, we are going to discuss one of the very important operator, which is in operator. The word in is a boolean operator that takes 2 strings and returns true if the first string appears as a substring in a second. So very simple, dear students. This particular in operator, actually it's a boolean operator. Boolean operator in the sense it returns either true or false. What it does is it is going to take 2 strings and it is going to check whether the first string appears as a substring in the second. First string appears as a substring in the second. Like say for example, dear students, if you take here A as a first string, A in banana means whether A appears in banana, that's something like this. You need to read this like whether A appears in banana. Yes, true, because A appears in banana. Okay, so like this is a one string where seed is one string. This is like a substring in this main string. Whether seed appears in banana, that is false because there is no substring seed in banana. I'll show you this, dear students. If I start Python 3 interpreter, let us consider word is equal to banana, and now say if I write ana in word, so this is a string. If you see, dear students, true because ana is there in this. Even so, not that. So if I use whether nan in word, yes, true, dear students. So whereas if I write, say for example, none in word, it is false because there is no substring none here. Okay, so in operator can be used to find a substring in a main string, and its syntax is something like this. Okay, a substring in main string. If substring appears in a main string, then it is true. It is going to return true. Otherwise, it is going to return false. With this, we'll discuss a little bit about string comparison, dear students. The comparison operators work on string to see if 2 strings are equal. So what we are going to do? So we are going to directly write if word is equal to banana. Dear students, string comparison in case of C will be say not so easy because there if at all you want to compare 2 strings, you are supposed to use a string manipulation functions. Like say for example strcmp or strncmp. Whereas in case of Python, so actually the one of the biggest advantage of Python is string manipulation itself. It is very easy to manipulate strings in case of Python. Like here itself, one example, so we can directly use a equality operator to compare whether two strings are equal. If say for example, say word is assigned with some value, and we can directly compare if that word is equal to banana. If it is so, say we can do like say print all right bananas. Means I'll show you one example. Let us consider word is equal to, and you say banana itself is there in this, but I'll assign once again. And if I write if word is equal to banana, and here say if I print something, print all are bananas. You can see, dear students, what it has printed is all are bananas, nothing but say word is equal to banana. Okay, say otherwise if I write say word is equal to say for example apple, and this time if you see, dear students, it has not printed anything because word is equal to apple. So this particular condition is false. Because of that, this statement has not been printed. Hope this is clear to you, dear students. The other comparison operator are useful for putting words in alphabetical order. Like say for example, if you take word is equal to mango, we can compare like this. If word is less than banana, then we can say print. Say print word plus word. This is a string word, whereas this is a variable word. Say, and this plus operator will going to concatenate. This word comes before the banana. Means otherwise, else if word is greater than banana, then word comes after the banana. Else, alright, all are bananas. We used equality operator, here less than, here greater than. All operators can be used. So this example I'll show you inside a script. So if I write a script str comparison.py. Okay, here dear students, let me write first word is equal to banana. If word is equal to, if it is equal to apple, and here you are supposed to use equality operator. If it is equal to, or say first and foremost I'll compare if word is greater than apple. Okay, what I write? Print. Here you can see, dear students, how can we print word, and here comma also I'll include. With to this plus means plus is going to concatenate word. This is a string, whereas this is a variable. Okay, word. Say with this plus here I can write say word here is word. Say this is word is banana. Say if this is greater means if this word is greater, okay, then say in when it is greater, it will going to come. If you see, it will going to come. Say it will comes after banana if it is greater. Okay, elif. Dear students, one thing you observe, I have entered and it has taken a proper indentation, and I don't give any backspace. I'll directly write ELIF, and when I complete the keyword elif, it has on its own it has taken its proper indentation. Okay, so elif here, say if this word is less than apple, then print here the same thing. So I'm going to print the same thing, but instead of after it comes, if it is less it comes before. Okay, otherwise say else, then colon, here print word both are equal. Just I'll write it both are equal, and let me finish it and execute this script using Python 3 interpreter. You can see, dear students, word banana comes after just a minute. Why a word banana comes after banana? It should be equal. If word banana, okay, say here it is apple. This is not banana, it is apple. Hope this is clear to you, dear student. Now word banana comes after apple. Okay, say if I assign apple here, apple only, word is equal to apple, then what you get? Look at, dear students, word apple comes before apple. What's the difference? Earlier it was word banana comes before apple. It was right. Okay, so whereas in this case what we are getting, word apple comes before apple, but both are apple. Here also it is apple and here also it is apple, but the difference here is the Python is going to treat uppercase letter and lowercase letter both differently. So as here A is smaller than small a, capital A is smaller than, means its ASCII value is say lesser than small a, say it will appear before, means using comparison operators, say we can arrange strings in alphabetical order. But if at all we want to ignore the case, then what we can do is we can convert all the strings either to uppercase letters or to lowercase letters, and later we can do the comparison. Okay, Python doesn't handle uppercase and lowercase letters in the same way. All the uppercase letters come before all lowercase letters. So word mango, say if at all we compare, word mango comes before banana. Here in other case, in our example, word apple, where capital A was there, comes before small a apple. Hope this is clear to you, dear students. Okay, a common way to address this problem is to convert strings to a standard format such as all lowercase before performing the comparison. One has to keep this in mind in case of different cases of letters. Means if strings, if at all we want to arrange the strings in some order, but before comparison we should see that whether all those strings are in uppercase or in lower letters. Okay, we should convert them either in uppercase or in lowercase, then go for the string comparison. Hope this is clear to all of you, dear students. Thank you for watching.